Eastern time. Let's bring back in our panel. We have just called Louisiana here at NBC News for Barack Obama as the winner. That means a sweep tonight. How important is that?
This is not only, this is very important. He's going to get great headlines out of it. He gets momentum. But more important, what Chuck said, he's got a good lead, a strong lead in pledged delegates, which means delegates from voting. People who went out and voted. And the idea that Hillary Clinton could come in second in pledged delegates after voting and then have these supers come in and take the nomination, who've been elected by no one, take the nomination away from him. That is a formula for Chicago 1968. Because look, we just heard what you said about the emotion and enthusiasm in the hall down in Richmond. And there's no doubt who's got the energy and fire with these crowds. And you frustrate that crowd, and not only do so, if he's won the pledged delegates, I think it's a hard thing to do.
I think that's a hard posture for the Democratic Party to go into a general election with. I mean, I think what you'd end up with, in that scenario, we don't know if it'll happen, but in that scenario, I think you end up with, a party, half the party kind of disaffected,
Obama's people will say this is another Florida. We got a Scalia deciding this thing. But the superdelegates.
Well, that's why there's this discussion now about a quote-unquote redo in Michigan and Florida in order to have those delegates count there.
I think the key to this may be that a lot of these superdelegates are elected officials, party bigwigs. They're professional politicians. They have worked out the scenario. They know the position they're going to be in, and whatever ties they may have to the to the Clinton family or to Obama or whatever, I think they're going to have to take into account, as politicians would, which way the wind is blowing when the convention comes.
Rachel, what is this that went on today? And there was a little bit of war and words. I don't know if you know, back and forth between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, but essentially Obama suggesting that the superdelegates from a state be bound by the results of that state. And Hillary Clinton responded by saying, I don't think that's the way it works. Superdelegates should be independent of that. And if that's the way he feels, then fine, I'll take the votes of Senator John Kerry and Senator Ted Kennedy, because of course she won Massachusetts. I mean, we've got something going on here. It was a good riposte. It was indeed. I mean, but the average American voter, I imagine, may look at this and say, who are these superdelegates, and what does that mean? Do they represent the vote? Are we heading for a nightmare scenario in the Democratic Party?
If it comes down to the superdelegates, I think we're going to have pitchforks and torches in the streets. I think it is going to be a very bad scenario.
Pat knows about pitchforks.
That's right. But it's also no secret. And that's why I think that the Democratic elders, these sort of Star Chamber wise men, right, I don't think they're going to let it happen. I think they're going to make sure that doesn't happen at the convention because they know how divisive it would be.
All right, Rachel Maddow, thank you. We're going to go